Hello, I'm Stephanie, and I'm going to talk to you guys about individual and team demonstrations and public speaking. So thank you for giving us this opportunity. So the first thing we're going to talk about is demonstrations. And what we want you guys to take away from this is the difference between demonstrations, illustrated talks, and speeches. Keep in mind that demonstrations are teaching the audience how to do something, how to bake a cake, how to put on a saddle, how to do a leg wrap. Illustrated talks are just talking to your audience members about something. So maybe you're talking to them about the breeds of horses or about the different types of saddles. With both of those, demonstrations and illustrated talks, you are using props or visuals with those. So that can be posters, you can use PowerPoints, you can actually bring things in like saddles, no live animals. So unfortunately, you cannot bring in your horses. And with speeches, it's just going to be the speech. And your speech can be about anything you want it to be, topic related, of course, but there's no props with speeches. So for your demonstrations, for your juniors and intermediates, they need to be 3 to 7 minutes long. For your senior 4-H members, they need to be 5 to 12 minutes long. With the illustrated talks, it's 3 to 12 minutes for juniors and intermediates, and again, 5 to 12 for seniors. You can do team demonstrations, and obviously a team is 2 or more. We allow for 2 members per team in Florida 4-H. And each member has to have a speaking part and a presenting part. So it's kind of 50-50. If there's one member that is doing 80% of the speaking and the other member's only doing 20, your score will reflect that. So make sure that with teams that each member has an equal speaking and presenting part. With the individual and the team demonstrations, they are an advancement. So you'll compete at your county competition. If you receive a blue ribbon, you can advance to the district competition and from district to state. After the state competition, the first and second place participants do have the option to move on to regionals, which is held in Perry, Georgia. And the first place winners at state have the option to qualify for the Eastern Nationals in Louisville, Kentucky, and that's typically held in November. The public speaking works a little bit differently. Again, public speaking, you can have no props. It's 3 to 5 minutes for the junior and intermediate members, and 8 to 10 minutes for senior members. We used to require that copies of the speeches be submitted ahead of time, but we do not require that any longer, which is great. And it's a straight county to state competition, which means you don't have to compete at districts. But what I would advise is that you talk to your county agent about that, because in some districts you do have to compete in that. So in our District 6, you do actually need to compete in the district events, and it's just another opportunity for you to practice. So if you kind of look at it that way, it's just going to help you out a little bit more to go to that practice. But typically it's county to state competitions. Again, if you're the first or second place participant at state, you can move on to regionals. And the first place winners, again, have the option to qualify for Eastern Nationals in Louisville.